What's up, guys? Matt back with you, aka Elks Vapor. Got something new to review. I have the iclear 30B by Innokin. Now, basically, this is a dual bottom coil clearmizer. I did receive this from a place called the Crave Cave, a vapor lounge. Now, I did receive this free of charge to conduct this review. Um, Now, first off, I want to tell you, it's awesome when you walk into a vape establishment and the owner himself, in this case, Dino comes out, he takes care of you, answers all your questions. That means an absolute a lot. It means he stands behind his own product, and the customer service is absolutely awesome. Again, I got this from the Crave Cave Vapor Lounge. I will leave a link in the description below for those of you that want to check this out. Okay, normally these run for $15.99. They are running a sale. If you tell them Elks Vapor sent you, you can pick one of these bad boys up for $9.99. Okay, now this is Innokin's first take on the bottom coil clear miser. If you remember the iClear 30S, they had that before this one. Now the thing in this one is it was a top coil. Now it worked and it worked well, but when your juice level recessed under halfway, I found that you had to tip it to re-wet your wicks. There's this thing called gravity. So what they have done in the new one is just put the coils in the bottom, so you're not fighting against gravity. It seems to vape absolutely wonderful. Let me take another quick vape. Let me show you. Awesome. Absolutely awesome, guys. For $9.95, you can't beat it. Now, in the iClear 30S, the same with the 30B, does come with the top swivel drip tip. Now, I have taken mine out. I put my own drip tip in there. Seems to work pretty well. Take that out. It's pretty sturdy in there. I like the new design they've come out with. Kind of the bumblebee effect there going on. Okay, now I have heard of some leaking issues with this. Now I have to tell you, I have multiple atomizers that if you set aside for a few days and don't vape them, like let's say the Squape, which is a high-end device. Now I usually wick it with cotton. Now when that cotton gets so soaked up, it's gonna find its way out because there is a hole down there, in your 510 connection. So essentially when it kind of overwicks just by sitting there, again, it's going to find its way out. So in the week that I've been vaping on this, I haven't had any issues. Now I've been using it constantly though, so if some of the issues you're having with this is with the leaking, are you setting it aside? My advice is take it off the device, take your atomizer or your clearmizer, excuse me, set it aside. When you're ready to put it on, put it back. That might clear up some of the leaking issues. Again, it does have a hole in the bottom. Now, if over time, if it sits, it's going to find its way out. Now, I have multiple. I hate to repeat myself, but I have multiple atomizers that do it. I have a stand that I set off to the side, and I set my addies on, and every once in a while I'll pick one up, and it is a little wet on the bottom. Now, it's because it's been sitting, and there is a hole in the bottom of it. So I hope that helps some of you. Okay, I found that my sweet spot is between 10 and 11 watts with this new clearmizer. Okay, you can go up higher, but the problem is it doesn't wick fast enough. So in the up close portion of this, I'll show you the head, and in the head it has a lot of silica in there. Now they have what's called flavor wicks in there. If you take some of the flavor wicking out, it might help with the wicking to be a little faster, and you can vape it at a higher wattage. So let me take a quick vape, guys. Let's go below. Let me show you some up close, how you take it apart, how you put it back together, how you fill it. Let's talk about it. Okay guys, welcome back. I have disassembled the clear miser into these parts. Okay, we'll start with the 510 connection. See if I can get this in better focus. Okay, pretty basic. iclear 30B. Okay, underneath that is where your head will go. We'll screw into. Okay, this is the look of the head. This is a 1.5 ohm head. This was a replacement. I believe the one that comes in the kit is a 2.1. Okay, but as I was saying in the earlier portion of the review, it has a lot of wicking, and I believe that to be a little bit extra. So basically what I did was I just slimmed down the amount of wicking that was in there just by pulling out some threads on each side. And for me, it just it wicked a lot better. Now, with doing that, you're allowing a lot more juice to flow. So you have to stay vaping it. Like I said, if you're not going to vape it for a few days, I do recommend taking it off, especially with pulling some of the silica out. It's going to wick a lot easier. But that will also allow you to vape at a higher wattage, because it'll allow the e-liquid to get at the coil better. So there is pros to it, there is cons to it. So if you do want to vape it at a higher watt, you're going to have to take a little bit of that out, or just vape it 10 11 watts and don't worry about it. So okay, that portion just kind of screws right into the bottom, just like like a pro tank would. Very, very similar. Okay. Now, one of the cons, the tank section, is that this is plastic. I find that nowadays they should up the quality to Pyrex at least. This is with there being so much competition out there. This but maybe that's why the price is so cheap. But I would like to see that in glass. Okay, that portion just screws right on here. Okay, your top portion is made up of one solid piece there. Your chimney section, that's where the head goes into. Okay. Now the original drip tip does have a little bit of threading on there, and that's what screws into the top of your tank. So that's the way it'll come to you. It does swivel around. I've heard a lot of people that do enjoy that. For me, I just, I took it out. I found my own to put in there, and it fits in nice and snug. So that screws into that, and that's the Clearo tank. Okay, to fill it, pretty simple. You take off the bottom. You will fill it up to the top portion of the chimney, we'll call it. If you overfill it, it'll go in through the chimney and out essentially into your mouth, and that's not what you want. So don't overfill it. I believe this tank says it'll fill 3 mils. Now I'm not 100% sure that it'll take a whole 3 mils, but probably pretty close. But again, just fill it to the top of your chimney there, and then this goes on top and screws down, and that's that. Well, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this. Again, if you want to purchase one of these, you can purchase one at the Crave Cave Vapor Lounge. Again, tell them Elks Vapor sent you. You can pick one of these bad boys up for $9.95. If you have any questions or comments, guys, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. And as always, guys, vape on and vape proudly. Thanks for watching.